Greetings, this is Frosty Thundertrod. Welcome back to episode 3 of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm finally going to finish this damn game series. Alright, I just saved the mongrel younglings and defeated Hostile, picked myself up a pretty cool weapon. So let's move on to the next stage. I'm going to pick up everything I dropped to save weight here.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Okay. Loot everything down here and then move on up. Now this section of the game is pretty much just a walkthrough. Irabeth, half-orc before you wearing armor adorned with Iomede's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face and fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused. Her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you are friend or foe, opens her mouth to ask something, but freezes when she spots Anivia.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm here. This here's a new friend. He rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface. Without him, we'd never have made it out. Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabris. And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anevia out of there.
Frosty, where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
Frosty, what is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how important it is to the Crusaders. We must retake it at any cost, or the fall of Canabris will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world. I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
Frosty, let's not waste any time to battle.
That's the spirit. You, take Anavia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
Orgrisk Grim, you hear laboring breathing, interspersed with disgruntled murmuring. Orgus is holding his rapier hilt in a white-knuckled grip, a bead of sweat trickles down from his temple.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will escort you somewhere safe. To the extent that anywhere in Canabras can be said to be safe right now.
That's right. Fighting spirit is the one thing that we've got plenty of. Actual fighting power, that's not so great. Fighting know-how, even worse. But fighting spirit, at least we're rich in that.
For Ioma Day! For the Queen! Kill the beast!
I'm on.
Yeah, Erebeth's people will basically just walk right through this, and you're just kind of going along with them. Try to kill as many as you can, get XP, of course, but... make no doubt, you know, you're auxiliary here. I'll save the store for when I come back later. Hey, I know you. So you're one of these cultists? How's it going, pal? Want to join? Your lot will be dead soon, but we'll be alive. I wouldn't count on that too much if I was you. Oh, I can't. Come on, leave those losers. The Crusades are over. Soon the demons will rule the whole world. Here goes nothing. I'll hail Baphomet. Yeah.
Be careful, everyone.
Yeah, that's not going to go very well for him, but that's his problem to deal with now.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The spirits demand your blood!
I'm going to have Camilla and Lan focus on the wizards, while the rest of my guys just kind of wade in and go at it.
So this is how it feels.
Oh, Camilla went down. She was focus fired by all the archers. Let's see if I can get Camilla up.
From my mistake.
Nope. Frosta got focused by the archers too.
This was unexpected.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Yeah, once I get out of this tutorial area, I'll have to be a little bit more careful. But right now, I'm just being kind of sloppy because I know there's no real challenge here. Even if I am playing on, a slightly higher difficulty being core. I'll definitely need all this material once I get out of here to sell. Now this area is very scripted, so I don't have to worry too much about the results of any particular fight. Now, as you can see, like when Tandem, who had been dead, just came back to life magically. That's part of the scripting in this area.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh! What an unexpected surprise! Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Minago. You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
Frosty. Chaotic. Hey, demon woman, what's wrong with your face?
Oh, how rude. You're one to talk, mortal, with a face that even a mother would loathe. Staunton, sweetie. You're not going to let your friends speak to me like that, are you?
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I'll kill you!
Alright.
You won't survive me.
This will leave a bruise. I'll just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Learn from my mistake.
Damn, another critical hit on Frosty. Alright, let's see if Camilla can get Sela up. Alright. And then Sela can get Frosty up.
Our duty calls.
Alright, lower religion check, DC 12. Successful check, the unholy symbol of Discari, the demon lord who attacked Knarbers, drawn in human blood. Alright. Mobility check, DC 14. As you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken, your knees buckle, you struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with power coming from the stone. Suddenly your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening, voices pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. But what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand, but wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Yeah, playing with your enemies is never a good idea. You should eliminate them as quickly and efficiently as you can when you can.
Sounds terrifying, except that's how we've been living for generations.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Frosty, who are you?
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
Well, at least Chameleon knows what's important.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
Frosty, good. Requires angel mythic path. Reveal the light of heaven. Your victory celebrations are a little premature, demon.
Hey, no eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid?
Frosty, don't listen to her. The Fiend wants us to lose all hope. She won't succeed.
I'm done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back, and heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
Alright, now the goal here is got to spread out a little bit and try to kill as many of these as I can before the scripted ending of this battle.
You are today's sacrifice!
Endure this!
Camilla's at half hit points.
I feel faint. That's it. I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Ward Stone? Here's a little demonstration.
Frosty. You won't break us. We will never give up.
We will never give up. We will not break. We will not run.
It would be a shame if you died without ever surrendering. But honestly, I'll be satisfied no matter what way you die.
Yeah, so that was a scripted defeat, but I managed to kill all the enemies there, so I managed to max out my experience.
Praise Iomade, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
Frosty, where am I?
We're safe. Nothing can touch us here in the Defender's heart. At least for now. We couldn't stand up to the Demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
Frosty, I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems they're holed up in the Tower Vestrog.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
Frosty, what do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomade's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Frosty, can I help you in any way?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use. And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together. But now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Frosty, everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Inevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Okay, let's start leveling everybody up. Let's see, knowledge arcana, lore nature, perception, lore religion. Now let's choose a feat. Elemental focus. No, I'm gonna go with allied spellcaster. Let's see. My companion, Tandem, is becoming an otherworldly companion, Celestial. Let's pick another spell. Let's see. Lead Blades, yes. Alright, let's level up Tandem. Armor proficiency, light boarding. Okay, now land, I am going multi-class land to Eldritch Scoundrel. So this way he gets to add a little bit of sneak attack to his damage rolls, and he can cast yeah, I forgot the name of the spell, but it increases the effective damage of his bow. Athletics. There we go. Plus I need to have a rogue in the group, and and I don't have a rogue that I'm normally gonna use. Power attack, pause. Accomplished sneak attacker is a good one. Hurricane bow. Yes, that's the one I want him to have. And then mage armor. And shield. Sela's going to continue as a paladin. She's going to take the boon companion feat. Now Valiant needs to level up too. Weapon focus, bite. And this is the pre-order and collector's edition stuff that you get. Magnificent plume hat. I'll give Sela these bracers. Frosty can have the arcane signet. And Sela can have the hero cloak. Right. Anivia, hey wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? Anivia, so here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a critical mission, I get that. And I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action, but here's the rub. By sending you out on errands, we're weakening our defenses here. To come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Frosty. Everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? Anivia. So the rift that that damn beetle left with its scythe. Yeah, well, it's cut the city in two. It's kind of difficult to get across. My scout tells me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in the market square. Not that any of them tried to to make sure, but if you got a mind to go across, I think you're going to have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once-over. Thank you for your... Frosty, thank you for the warning. See you later. Anivia, later. Watch yourself out there. Staunton Vale. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in the Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vale. If you'd heard rumors about me, just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. Frosty, I need to talk to the elf who calls himself the storyteller. Do you know where I can find him? Staunton Vale. The storyteller, Strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours asking me all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort. He just listened. At first I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible, but later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. Hope he is alive and well. He's completely blind and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him at the Black Wing. It's a library. Here, I'll show you where it is on your map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He would sit there all day and night. Frosty, what do people say about you? Staunton Vale, they say I'm a traitor as bad as Aurelio Vorlish, that I'm a disgrace even among the ranks of the condemned, that Queen Galfrey should never have spared me, that I belong on the gallows. Frosty, why do they hate you so much? Staunton Vale, you really don't know? The reason why the Crusade force are holed up in a fortress on the edge of World Wound instead of bringing the fight to the demons. We used to have a foothold in the wound, a mighty unassailable city of Dresden. We used to have it until it fell, and all because of my stupidity. I gave the enemy our main citadel. I was tried. They wanted to execute me, and rightly so, but the Queen intervened. She said that I should live and fight in order to undo what I have done, so that's how I live, decade after decade, fighting in the condemned. As you can see, I have fixed nothing. I have earned no one's forgiveness. Are you going to spit in my face too? It wouldn't surprise me. Frosty, good. I hope you earn your forgiveness. Well, you gotta forgive yourself before others will forgive you. Staunton Vale, thank you from the depth of my soul. I thank you, but I haven't had hope for a long time. A long, long time. You performed an action that was good. Yes. And just remember, in the end, it's Pharasma who judges you, not the Queen, not the condemned. Frosty, a whole city fell because of you. How is that possible? What do you mean, how? Staunton Vale, what do you mean, how? If you don't trust the word of condemned, go ask somebody else, like my brother Joran. And if you still don't believe it, what's it to me? But if you're about to ask me to recount the story of my disgrace for 1,000th time, don't. Frosty, so many years in the condemned, surely you've paid your penance by now. Staunton Vale, that's not up to me to decide. My life is in the Queen's hands. The condemned isn't the worst part. All these years I've prayed to Torag for forgiveness. Countless times I've gone to his priest. Countless times I've kneeled before his altar. If only the Father of Dwarvenkind would answer my prayers just once. Not to restore what I have lost, but just to tell me I'm still one of his children. But it seems he doesn't give a damn about me. What can I expect from mere mortals when my own God doesn't think I deserve redemption? Rusty, you really don't have any friends? Actually, I would really have appreciated the ability to be able to bring Staunton Vale into my party at this point, but that would really ruin the story. Staunton Vale, I couldn't have survived this long if I were completely alone. Joran, my little brother, he keeps me going. He's never abandoned me. Everyone else shies away from me like they might catch what I've got. Even fighters in the condemned console themselves by thinking, I got stripped of my rank, but at least I'm not Staunton. Commander Tribade seems to be the only person in the whole army who remembers that I'm a soldier and not a drudge. She has no qualms about taking me into battle. She had some mud flung at her in the past, or so I hear. That's why she tries to keep an open mind about people. It's no surprise that she's the only one to hold on to her sense of reason in this farce. Frosty, I have to go. Staunton, go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. Collect the money Horace owes me. Horace Grimm, 1,000 gold coins for you, just as promised. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Horace Gorm always keeps his word. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. Okay. Well, I don't necessarily mind doing some work for rich people, but I definitely need to know what type of work this is going to be. So, Frosty, So what does this job involve? Poor Squirm. You shall be my bodyguard, you see. I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabras. I still have... Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I've little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abadar knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I've already asked the local paladins for help, but they have no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please, do take Camilla with you. I trust the girl more than the rest of the gang. She is of noble birth, after all. Frosty. Deal. Horse Squirm. Marvelous. Most excellent. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward. So, let's say I need one scroll of restoration and then one scroll of lesser restoration. Oh, let's give these gloves to Sela. Plus one morale bonus on attack rolls and plus 2 bonus on damage rolls while mounted. There we go. Scroll of Restoration Lesser. So I'll use that on Camilla. Oh, I'm still gonna need more, so I might need a few Lesser Restoration Scrolls. Vasily Rathmus. What can I do for you? Frosty. Show me the scrolls you're selling. Alright. Scroll resist cold communal. Scroll of resist fire communal. Scroll of restoration. I'll get 4 scrolls of lesser restoration. Bulk sell. Alright, deal. Okay, do full restoration here on Frosty. Lesser on land. Lesser on land again. Wow. He has a lot of poison damage. There we go. So I'm going to need another lesser restoration on Camilla. There we go. Got all the poison damage repaired now. Let's talk to Anivia again. Anivia, oh hey, see how they patched me up? Now I can run, jump, and dance a jig if I feel like it. Frosty, are there any suspicious places in the city I should pay attention to? Anivia, there were a couple spots I wanted to check out, but I didn't have the time. If there's really a den of cultists there, it would be good if you could swoop in there and bust some heads. You don't even need a search warrant. The first one is the Silken Thread. It's a funny little tailor shop that doesn't take any orders and never buys any fabric, but it always seems oh so busy. They're busy with something in there, all right, but sewing ain't it. The second one is the alchemy shop Topaz Solutions, and they trade in everything, not just healing potions. Judging by the ingredients they've been buying on the black market, there's something fishy about the alchemical rituals going on down in that place. Frosty, I have to go. Here we go. That's a couple different places to check out now. Okay, let's head outside. Commander, look what we got here. Are you too mad? Whatever possessed you to steal the gem golem from the Tower Restaurant? We didn't steal nothing, Commander. We saw some looters dragging it down the street and recaptured it. That shiny fellow belongs to Treasury. The inlay alone is worth more than the castle. Joran, see to it that no one so much as lays a finger on this golem or gut picks out a single gem. It's going too fast for me to read it out loud. I can read it to myself in time, but I can't read it out loud in time. Jorn Vane. A new face in the city. You picked a good time to come to Canarbris. As you can see, we're in sore need of warriors. Frosty. Show radiance to Joran. Do you recognize this sword? Jorn Vane. Do I recognize it? Of course I do. I made it with my very own hands. There's my brand, see? Oh, Yano, things have been tough without you. But at least we still got your sword. That's something. In battle, ordinary swords get blunted, they break, but sometimes a weapon can preserve. I don't even know how to explain that I'm no authority on these things, but there's something like an echo of the deeds done with the weapons, or maybe, or more like, the reflection of the wielder's soul. I don't know. I will say one thing, take care of that sword. Yanel may no longer be with us, but the demons will surely remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see radiance. Ach, the scabbard's all worn. We can't have a fine sword like this being carried around in this tatty thing. I'll make you a new one if you'd like. If this city stands strong and we both survive, come see me again. And I'll have it ready. No charge. Rusty, how was Staunton to blame for the fall of Dresden? Jordan Vane. I've told the story so many times already. Well, telling it once more won't kill me. Dresden was built after the First Crusade, back when it seemed victory was ours for the taking, and that the demon invasion would soon be at an end. The population of Old Socorus was thoroughly diminished, and many of them hoped to see their hard fighting repaid with a small plot of unclaimed land. Dresden was a fortress built on all of our hopes, and on Mendev's ambitions, though you're not supposed to say that out loud. What a city it was, Rusty. You can't even imagine. It was built by the finest engineers from the Five Kings Mountains. Queen Galfrey spared no expense. Dresden was meant to be the capital of the Crusade movement, a monument to its glory and a beacon of hope for all the Glorian. Heroes were drawn there to seek fame and glory, and they came from all over. Taldor, Gardrond, Tien, Zai. I couldn't list them all. A relic known as the Sword of Valor was kept there. The banner had been carried into battle by Iomedae herself back when she was still human. The banner protected the city and kept the demons from teleporting inside its walls. As long as the banner was in place, Dresden was invincible, or so we thought. But when the world suddenly expanded, demons launched a new onslaught and folks started saying it was time to declare the Second Crusade. Dresden was unassailable until one young officer was tempted by a beautiful woman. She convinced him that banners shouldn't be hanging in the city, that its rightful place was on the battlefield. She whispered honeyed words about glory and valor, and convinced him that he would be a hero great as Iomedae herself, and the poor fool believed her. He rounded up some of his hot-headed friends and carried the banner outside the city gates on an unauthorized quarry. The demons slaughtered them within seconds, but for some reason the courageous ringleader was spared. The whole army teleported into Dresden. It was a bloodbath. As you can guess, the officer was called Staunton Vane, and the woman turned out to be a demon. Not just any demon, it was Minago, the foul witch. She'd given us a lot of grief here in Canarbras, too. Just don't ask me what I was doing while my brother was off having trysts with that beast, while I didn't save him from it. His own stupidity. Who could have guessed it would have ended like this? I failed my brother, and that's the truth. I blame myself every day, looking at his plate. And so that's the story. Show me your wares. Alright. So let's sell off a bunch of stuff here. Alright. Almost 7,000 gold. That's a pretty good. I'm gonna get this heavy shield +1 for Sela. Couple quivers of cold iron ammo. Alright. So that's got sealed up to 26 armor. That's pretty good. There you go. Land can have a bolt of the cold iron arrows. Now it's been 1 hour since I started recording, and this is a pretty decent place to make a break in the video. So I'll end it here. Thank you very much for watching.